Hi, I'm Wahid, and welcome to the C++ Game Starter Template System. I wanted to make this short video to explain how you can use the starter files, well, to get started making games. So I'm going to switch over to an excerpt from a video that I made to explain how to use the starter files to make the games. And these videos are actually an add-on to the Game Starter Template System. For $7, you'll get 2 ebooks and the starter files. The ebooks have everything written out and explained in them. If you want, you can get the videos. There are 8 videos in total, a total of 5 hours of extra video that will explain everything in detail as I walk through making these games. This video excerpt that I'm going to show you in just a moment is the beginning of that video where I show you how to use the starter files. And the reason for this that I want to make this video is to let you know what are these starter files. These are just a set of files. You don't need to install them or anything like that. They're just 5 text files. They're C++ source code files that you would copy into a project file that or a project directory when you're coding a project, and they will turn it into a number guessing game. From there, you would take that number guessing game and modify it to whatever game that you want to make. And you'll learn in this course how to make a memory matching game and a game of Minesweeper. So, like I said, all of this is explained in the 2 ebooks, and if you want, you can get the 5 hours of extra video that is for an extra $29. That would walk you through everything in video mode. So, all right, so I'm going to switch over to this video, and this will show you how to take those starter files and use them in a project. All right, thanks.
All right, welcome. And my name is Wahid Tanner, and I wanted to show you in this video kind of an over-the-shoulders viewpoint as I actually take the game starter template and convert it into the memory matching game that we're going to work on now. So this is actually a workstation. It's a fresh install of a workstation, and it's fairly new. I mean, I have created a games workspace already, and I've deleted that so that you can see what it looks like to start, completely from scratch. And the other thing that I've done is I have created a projects folder in the C drive. And inside the projects folder is the game starter template folder. And inside that game starter template, we have the source code for the number guessing game, which makes up the template. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this as the starter for building the memory matching game. All right, so let's come back over here. The first thing we need is a new workspace. And we want a C++ workspace, say OK. And this is where I had previously created the games workspace. So you can do this one of 2 ways. You can either we're going to call the workspace games, and you can either put it in the folder itself and then choose to not put it under a separate directory, which means that it will create a games workspace directly in this folder. If you check this box, what it means is it's going to create another, you can see here, I don't know if I can highlight it. No, I can't. But you can see where I've got my mouse cursor. It will actually create another folder called games under the games folder that we already have. That's probably not what you want. So let's go ahead and remove that. Just take a look at where the file will be generated and make sure that that's what you expect. All right, so we've got that, and let's say OK. Invalid path, C projects games. Oh, okay, because I don't have the folder created yet. So in this case, we are going to have to do it this way. Let's put that, and then we will choose to create it under, that's going to create it under, because it changed this to projects. Okay, let's put this back to games. There we go. This is what I mean. Make sure that it's what you're expecting. So this is going to create it under C Projects Games Workspace. We don't have the games here because I deleted that folder previously. So this should work this time. There we go. And we have our Games Workspace. All right, so the next thing we want to do is right click here and say we want a new project. And we're going to name this, let's say, memory. And yes, in this case, we want the project in its own folder. We don't want to put everything under the games. We want to keep each game separate. And then we need to fill out these. So we want this to be a console application. That's a text-based application. And we want this to be a simple executable, G++. And this is our compiler in MinGW. Let me show you that real quick. That's the other thing, is that back here under the C drive, we do have the MinGW that was installed previously. Okay. And we'll choose the new GDB debugger. And we'll choose the default build system. I've had the best luck with that one so far on this Windows machine. Okay, so let's say okay, but we'll test that in just a moment. All right, so what did we get? Let's open this up. There we go. And we have a main.cpp file. And let's go take a look at our folder structure. There's our games. That's our workspace. Here's our games.workspace file. And here's our memory project file for the memory matching game. And in here we got a project file and the main.cpp. Okay, so we're doing good so far. And if we, just to make sure that this is running, if we come up here and we build the project, and everything should build okay. 0 errors and 0 warnings. That's what we want to see. And let's see if we can run it from here. It might just open and close real quick. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. We already built it, but it won't do much. Okay, no, it's good. So it says hello world. Press any key to continue. Okay, so now what we want to do is, what we've proven is that our compiler is working. It runs. It actually created a debug folder for us. So we have this debug folder here, and we could run the memory executable directly. In this case, it just flashes. So it comes up and it goes away. If we wanted to run it directly, then we can come here and go into that directory. So let's go to projects, games, and it was in a memory folder and in the debug folder under there. And we have here our memory.exe. So if we run it from here, you can see that it doesn't just flash and then exit right away, because we're already in a command window like this. Okay. So what we want to do now is take the starter template, take all of these files, and let's copy them, and then come over to our games, memory, and we want to paste them on top. And it's complaining about main.cpp already exists. Yes, we want to replace it. Okay, and now if we come back to CodeLight, and let's do a rebuild, because I'm not sure of the timestamps on the various files. So let's do a rebuild of the project. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so yeah, this is good. All right, so we copied the files over, but you see the project only has main.cpp still. So, we're missing a whole bunch of stuff here because it doesn't know to build those files yet. So what we want to do here is add an existing file to the project. All right, and inside here we want the other files. Main.cpp is already there, but we want prompt, the 2 versions of prompt, and the 2 files for game. I should say the 2 files for prompt and the 2 files for game. Okay, so let's open all of those. Now, if we do a rebuild, there we go. So now it's building the prompt, the main, the game, and it's linking. We have everything ready. Okay, and now if we run, we should now get the memory matching game. Or sorry, the number guessing game. There we go. So 58, I will guess that the next number will be less than a 58, and I was wrong. Okay, but anyway, this proves that the number guessing game from the template is working. So let's not play that again. We're good there. Okay, so now what we want to do is actually turn this into the memory matching game.
All right, so you just saw how to copy the starter files into a project and turn it into the number guessing game. In that video, I mentioned that you had already installed your compiler and your development tools, and I want to point that out because that wasn't quite clear in the video where that came from. One of the ebooks that you get is a preview of the full book of how to code C++ from a simple idea to a game you'll understand. When I say preview, I mean this is the first 3 chapters of the book. And chapter 2 is all about how to get your computer set up and ready for coding. So all you have to do is just read chapter 2 in that ebook that you get as part of the $7 C++ game starter template system, and you'll be able to get your computer set up and with all the tools, with the code light, with the MinGW, all of that stuff that I showed in the video, you'll be able to get all that set up by just following the instructions in chapter 2. If you are interested in the full book that takes it beyond just getting your computer set up and beyond just learning the fundamentals of how to code, the full book will actually then take you on a journey of building a rather large adventure game, a text-based adventure game, and you'll just take your programming experience to a whole new level by applying the skills in such a large game. All right, so I wanted to make that video to show you overall, or I wanted to make this video overall to show you, what you get with the starter files. With the $7, you get the 2 ebooks and you get the starter files. In the ebooks, it shows everything that you need to get started in a written form. And if you liked the video that walks you through how to copy the files, and if you want more of that, then you can get an extra 5 hours of video for $29. All right, that's all. Thank you. Bye.